91 The Globe and the Goalies live stream. I'm Zachariah Begley with Amelia Turnbull. We're talking men's soccer as the Maple Leafs take on the Trojans of Taylor University. Amelia, we're here at the keys of the game. What do you got for us starting with Taylor?
So the key for Taylor is to put pressure on Goshen's defense. If they do that early and often, they give themselves an opportunity in this one. On the defensive side, they need to watch the forwards for the Maple Leafs, especially Bontrager and Ashelman. They have been strong up front all year and can really wreak havoc on a team if they're not careful. The key for the Maple Leafs tonight is scoring first. In the Bethel and Huntington games, the other team scored first, and Goshen had to retaliate to stay in the match. If Goshen Soccer's first tonight against Taylor, they can gain some momentum and build on their lead. They just can't allow the game to stretch on, since going into overtime has not been favorable for the Maple Leafs this season. For a win here tonight, a quick and decisive game is the best way to go.
I mean, yeah, you can't be wrong. I mean, the Maple Leafs, I talked about this with Coach Newberg earlier. Yeah, it's tough going into overtime and losing close matches like that. I mean, you're competing hard all game, and it's looking, and you're just falling up a little bit short. The ball bounces one way. Looking back at the last game here on their home field on Tuesday against Marion, I mean, you look at it, like Goshen has the ball, or the corner kick comes from Marion, saved by Fonseca in the goal, but it bounced right to a Marion player, and he was able to put them back on that easily with an open goal. I mean, what can you do about that? You're just like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and at the end I'm still losing because the ball bounces the wrong way. You have to look at that. It's tough. It's tough out here for the Maple Leafs. When you're losing in overtime, a couple of times, like, those are just heartbreakers. Like, when you lose big, I think it doesn't hurt as much as when you lose in an overtime game like that.
Definitely.
We're going to step aside. We'll come back. We'll have your starting lineups and game action return right here on 91.1 The Globe and the Go side stream, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics. Back here on the Go live stream at 91.1 The Globe, I'm Zachariah Begley with Amelia Turnbull. We're talking Goshen College men's soccer. They're taking on the Taylor University Trojans, trying to look for their first win on the season and their first win in conference play. Yeah, so before we get to the starting lineups in just a moment, we're going to look at the Crossroads League standings. These are through the games on October 9th, which was yesterday. So Bethel, they're the first in the Rhodes division at 4-1-1. Indiana Wesleyan is in the 2 spot at 2-1-2. in conference play, 3-1-2 overall. Grace right there at 2-2-2 in conference play and 2-2-2 in overall. Spring Arbor sitting in that 4th spot at 2-2-1, as well as 2-2-1 overall. And Goshen in the final spot in the Rhodes division at 0-3-1 and 0-3-1 in the conference. And then on the crosses, in the side of the cross division, Huntington 4-0-2, the only undefeated team in the Crossroads League this season. They're 4-2-0 overall. Mount Vernon Nazarene in that 2nd spot, 4-2, 4-3 overall. Marion sitting in the 3rd spot in the cross division. They're 2-4-1 overall and 2-3-1 in Crossroads League play. St. Francis right there at 4-4-1 overall, 2-4 in the Crossroads League. And Taylor University, the Maple Leafs opponent here tonight, is 1-6 overall and 1-5 in the conference. Yeah, now we'll throw it over for some starting lineups, starting with Taylor University. Who do you got for us, Amelia?
All right, so the starting lineup for Taylor is number 1, Joaquin Hansen. He's a senior goalkeeper from Santiago, Chile. Number 4, Owen Hardy. He's a junior midfielder. He's from West Chicago, Illinois. Number 6, that's James McBride. He's a junior midfielder. He's from Houston, Texas. Number 11, that would be Paul McBride. He's a junior forward from Houston, Texas. Number 12, Alex Gallup, senior defender from Illinois. Number 14, Webby Fury. He's a freshman midfielder from Houston, Texas. Number 15, Quinn Partain. He's a junior midfielder from Wheaton, Illinois. Number 16, that is Jack McNeil. He's a senior midfielder from Brownsburg, Indiana. Number 17, Jackson Hoosier, freshman defender from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Number 18, Cole Guyami. He's a senior from Vernon Hills, Illinois. And number 21 is Matt Harold. He is a freshman midfielder from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Again, for the Taylor Trojans, it's Hansen in goal, then Hardy, McBride, Gallup, Fury, Partain, McNeil, Hoosier, Guyame, and Harold. Now for your Goshen College Maple Leafs in goal, number 1, Matias da Fonseca. He's from Torres Vedras, Portugal. He's a junior. A senior defender from Stuttgart, Michigan, number 5, Sven Bodstever. Enrique Gallo, the junior defender from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Number 7, Lucas Bontrager. He's a junior forward from Goshen, Indiana. Felipe Gallo, junior midfielder from Santos, Brazil. Uriel Macias, number 9. He's a senior forward from Ligonier, Indiana. Stuart Ashman, the senior forward from Salem, Oregon. He wears number 11. Junior midfielder from Ottawa, Ohio. Number 14, Tristan Smucker. Junior midfielder from Indonesia, number 20, Adike Ezra. Juan Calvo, the defender freshman from Ligonier, he's number 23. And the freshman defender from Goshen, Indiana, number 25, Manuel Castillo. Again, that's Fonseca, Bodstever, Eichenberger, Bontrager, Gallo, Macias, Ashelman, Smucker, Ezra, Calvo, Castillo.
Now let's meet tonight's starting lineup.
And that's your starting lineups for the Goshen College Maple Leafs. It's a pretty warm night here for some soccer, especially on the 10th day of October, as right now we're looking at the weather. It's 70 right now at game time. It's mostly cloudy right now. Should be mostly cloudy the rest of the day. That's what they're predicting. But yeah, pretty warm, low chance of rain, sitting at 10%. As the Maple Leafs are out here in their all-white uniforms. Well, all white with purple lettering and purple numbering. And then for Taylor, they're wearing purple and white striped tops with white lettering and white numbering, and then purple shorts with white lettering, and they're wearing purple socks. Goshen's wearing white socks. And then, of course, Fonseca in goal wearing the neon green for the Maple Leafs. He's wearing neon green everything except for some black trim on the sides. And, of course, he's number 1 in goal. And then for Taylor in goal, Hansen, he's wearing an all black with white lettering and white numbering plus black socks and shin guards. Yeah, we're here. It's close to game time here, Amelia. We already talked about the keys to the game, but, I mean, yeah. I think Goshen's going to have a good one. I think this is going to be a close game here tonight. What do you think?
I would agree with that. I think that Goshen just needs to step on their defense. That seems to have been a struggle this season, and if they just step that up, then they'll have a better chance at winning for this game.
Yeah, I mean, we're just minutes here from game time. in this one, as both teams are, they're just announcing the starting lineups here on the field. It's a bit of a small crowd here tonight. I mean, pretty typical during these times, but we're getting some good soccer play in. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have the start of the game. We return. This is the Ghost live stream at 91.1 The Globe. Back here on 91.1 The Globe in the Globe live stream, Zachary Begley and Amelia Turnbull calling Goshen College men's soccer as they take on the Taylor University Trojans. In this one, both teams on the field, the refs setting their places as the ball's in the center. Both teams are huddling. Taylor and Goshen both break their huddles as they're coming onto the field, setting up, just waiting for the ref to blow the whistle, and then we'll get back into action in this one. Taylor going to start. Again, Taylor wearing their purple and white tops, purple shorts. Goshen wearing full white uniforms with purple lettering and purple numbering. Taylor's going to be going right to left from our vantage point. Obviously, Goshen will be going opposite. Taylor puts the ball in the play. Quick, deep shot already here. As that ball's going to roll out, and it'll be a Goshen throw-in. To throw in for Goshen is Calvo. Calvo gets it in. Now sent the other way, far side. Ball's rolling. Ashelman is with it. Ashelman's going to lose it. It's going to go the other way. Taylor's got it now. Rolling about midfield. Taylor pushing it back there. We're on the Taylor's defensive half of the field right now. Back with Harrison Engel. Now near side. Working up the middle ball, and we're going to get a foul here. They're going to say the slide tackle was illegal by the Maple Leafs. Now on the near side, right in front of Taylor's bench. Trying to put it through, taken away by the Maple Leafs. Smucker with it, tries to get it over, and does. Now with Ashelman. Ashelman working into the 18 already. He's going to take a shot, and now it's going to hit the post just wide left. Already early shot here for the Maple Leafs. As that one's going to go out. Goshen ball with it is Macias. Never mind, Macias not throwing in. It's going to be Calvo. Calvo's going to come all the way up and throw it in. Gets it into Smucker. Smucker tries to send it back to Calvo. Taken away by the Trojans. Trojans and Maple Leaf battling for it. Macias now gets it back for the Maple Leafs. Macias now gives it over to Calvo. Calvo sends it back, swinging the other way. It's with Castillo. Castillo sends it ahead to Ashelman. Ashelman can't quite get a handle on it. Taylor's going to take it going the far way. They're just going to punt it deep and let Goshen and Taylor battle for it. Taylor's going to win that battle. They're in the 18, take a shot, and that one's going to be wide left of the goal. Be a goal kick here for Fonseca. Fonseca with the ball now. He's setting it up. He's going to kick it from the left of his goal. Gets it over to Bodstieber. Bodstieber sends it ahead. Tries to get it to Macias. Loses it. It's rolling. Bodstieber's going to head it back, and now it's going to be taken back by Taylor. Trojan working to the far side of the field. Trying to work back. Bodstieber's going to take it away. That's going to roll, but right back to the Taylor defense. Taylor's going to regroup on their half of the pitch. Near side. Rolling. Now over. Taylor with it at midfield. That's McBride. McBride over to Gallup. Now taken away by Bontrager. Bontrager's going to barely keep it in. Tried to save it. Now it's going to be taken back by Taylor. Hardy working up midfield. He's going to lose it. Can't quite keep his foot on it. It's going to go over to Smucker. Smucker kicks it, rolls a little far, and that one's going to go out, but they're going to say it was last off of Taylor. Maple Leafs with the throw-in. Maple Leafs get the ball in on the far side. Booted ahead. Ashelman now with it. He's going to leave it off for Macias. Now with Bontrager. Bontrager gets it into the 18. Cabell with it, takes a shot, and that one's going to be corralled right there by Hansen. Hansen puts it back into the play for Trojans. Rolling up the far sideline, taken away. Rolling the other way, Maple Leafs are going to just let it roll. Picked up by the Trojans, now back with Hansen in the 18. Hansen sends it ahead, taken away by the Maple Leafs. Now with Bontrager right outside the 18. Bontrager's going to take a shot, and that one's going to go wide over the crossbar.
Bontrager with the shot.
It's going to be a goal kick here for the Trojans. Ball back in play on the far corner. Now working their way through Trojan defensive territory. Taken away by the Maple Leafs for a second, but right back to the Trojans. Sending it down the far sideline, taken away by the Maple Leafs. That one's rolling. No one's back. Botschieber does get back, and they're gonna get a foul here just outside the 18, as it looks like the foul was on Castillo, as he made a sliding tackle from behind. Pretty typical call here for the rest, as they're going to set up with a free kick right here just outside the 18. Looks like Hardy is here with the ball. Hardy to the left of the ball. To the right of the ball, it's Partain. Hardy's going to take the free kick. He's just going to send it in. That's going to roll. And Fonseca had it, and it slipped right under his hands, and Hardy's going to get the goal. Goal here early in this one for Taylor, as Fonseca was set up right there, and it just slipped right through. I mean, that's really just unfortunate there for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I feel like Fonseca, he usually has a pretty good handle when the ball comes near him, but this one just didn't work out.
As Macias puts the ball into play for the Maple Leafs, sends it all the way back to Bodschieber. Bodschieber's going to get ahead to Bontrager. Bontrager's going to lose it trying to get it over to Gallo, but Bontrager's going to get it back, gets to Bodschieber. Bodschieber's just going to send it back to Fonseca. Fonseca sends it ahead. Bontrager with it. Bontrager tries to send it ahead. That's going to be knocked out. It'll be a throw-in. 38.5 remaining here in the first half in this one. Cabo throws it in. Tries to get it to Macias. Taken away by the Trojans. Trojans rolling back. All the way back to Hansen. Macias providing pressure. Hansen's going to get it away just at the last moment. Sends it ahead, but the Maple Leafs are going to be able to pick it up. It's Ashelman with down the far side, working to win 18, going to tip it ahead. Bontrager header, no good, saved by Gabo, and then cleared out by the Trojans at the last second as Ashelman was really working his way in there. Trojans trying to get their own counter, thwarted by the Maple Leafs. That one's rolling out, and they're going to say it's going to be Maple Leaf throwing on the far side. Maple Leafs get it in. Trying to work back to the middle. Taken away by the Trojans for just a second. The ball's rolling out, and it's going to be another throw in there for the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs with the throw in on the far side. That ball's in. Going, and they're going to call a foul here on the Trojans, right against the lines. The Maple Leafs will have a free kick here. They're going to swing it over to Bodshiever. Maple Leafs looking to reverse field. Bodshiever with it, just going to send it back to Fonseca. Fonseca is going to send it deep on the far side. Reset here by the Maple Leafs. Fonseca inside the 18. Fonseca is going to send it deep down the far sideline. Ashelman is with it. Now working over with Bontrager. Now they're outside the 18. Bontrager leaves it for Cavill. Cavill crosses, and that one's going to be almost an own goal by the Trojans. Hansen with a diving save to avoid the Trojan defense giving up a goal. Hansen sends it deep, picked up by the Maple Leafs. Asherman on the far sideline. Now working middle, Macias with it. Macias still working with it, loses it for a second. Now picked up here, back by the Maple Leafs. Now with Cavill. Cavill loses it for a second, gets it to Bontrager. Bontrager tries to get back to Cavill, and it does off the ricochet. Cavill tries to send it middle, taken away by the Trojans. That one's cleared. But it's going to be saved by Guy. Maple Leafs at midfield, working it over. Now with it is Eichenberger. Eichenberger had now taken away back by the Trojans. With it is still with the Trojans, almost taken away by Bodshiever. Trojans really have a real counterattack here. You can slow it up. Taken back by the Maple Leafs, sending it deep. That one's going to drop as they're going to get an offsides call here. Asherman just took off and honestly just outran the defense.
Offside, Maple Leafs.
Tough call here for Ashelman as the ball was in play, but he just couldn't. He just got there too fast. Taylor's got it. It's with McBride. Now back to McBride. Still with McBride. McBride looking. Tries to swing it. And does. On the far sideline, Taylor has it. Now they're trying to work back middle. Going. Taken away by the Maple Leafs. Trojan now taking the chance on the counterattack. Real threat here inside the 18. Looking for the cross. Gets it, and it's blocked. Just left of the goal. Another save here by Fonseca early in this one. Fonseca with the goal kicks, puts it back into play over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger leaves it off with Ashelman. Ashelman loses it for a second, regains it. Sends it ahead, but just a little too hard, and Taylor's going to reset, giving it to Hansen. Working down the far side is Taylor. Now taken away by the Maple Leafs. It's rolling. Bontrager was there, but plan was thwarted as Hansen now has it. Almost loses it as the Maple Leafs gave real pressure there. Sent it ahead. Headed away by Calvo. Picked up by Gaio. And Gaio tries to get to Eichenberger. Doesn't. Ball's still rolling. And now it's picked up, and we're going to get a foul here. It'll be on Taylor. Now there's some pushing and shoving as looks like we're going to see what's going on. Ref's just talking to a couple of Maple Leaf players. As it's sorted out, and the Maple Leafs will take the free kick. Free kick coming here from the Maple Leafs. Ref blew his whistle. Gonna go to Bodstiever. Bodstiever gets it to Bontrager. Bontrager almost loses it. Keeps it, swings it over to Calvo. Calvo to Smucker. Smucker puts it a little too far, loses it. Taken right back by Taylor. Still working. Now with Hardy. Rolling, that's out. That's going to be a Taylor throw-in. To throw it in for Taylor is Partain. Partain gets it over to Gallup. Gallup still with it. Swings it back to Hosier. Hoosier looking to get ahead. That one's going to roll, and it's going to be picked up here by Guile. Guile sends it ahead to Asselman, tipped away for a second. Asselman finds it again, gets it over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger's going to kick it, and that one's going to roll. And Eichenberger just runs right to where it was and was not expecting the ball to be right there. Now working cross. Bontrager has to head it away. That ball's rolling, picked up by Smucker. Smucker tries to get to Bontrager, knocked away, taken away by Taylor. And that one's rolling. Bodstiever's going to pick it up. Bodstiever is going to swing it now on the far side with Eichenberger. Eichenberger trying to work middle. Leaves it off, and that one's going to be taken away by Taylor. Back to Smucker, though. Smucker gets it over to Bontrager. Bontrager running with it. Picks it up in the corner, down by the corner kick flag. Bontrager gets past one and loses it, and it's going to be a foul on Bontrager. It will be Taylor free kick. Ball put back into play by the Trojans. Sent ahead, knocked away by Calvo. Calvo's going to set it middle with Castillo. Castillo gets it over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger gets it to Calvo. Now with Taylor. Taylor working down the sideline. Trying to turn, and they're going to get a pretty easy foul call here by Calvo as he just kind of side-swiped the guy. I mean, really not a hard call here for the ref.
Definitely.
29 minutes remaining here in the first half. As Taylor's setting up for the free kick. Here in the 16th minute. Setting up on the ball is both Hardy, who's put one in the back of the net already, as well as Partain. Partain looking to cross it in, and that one's going to be far, and it's going to roll, and they're going to actually call offsides here on Taylor.
Taylor offside.
As Fonseca is going to get the free kick. Ball put back in play with Castillo. Castillo sets it middle. Now near side with Bodstiever. Bodstiever sends it over to Asherman. Asherman tries to just tip it off to Calvo, and that one's going to roll out.
So that would be number 18. That is Chase Bratcher. He's going in for the Maple Leafs.
Chase Bratcher, number 11. Number 18, replacing 11.
And then for number 18, Cole Garmero, he's going in for the Taylor squad.
Coming, Calvo with it for the Maple Leafs. Tries to send ahead to Bratcher, and that one's going to roll out, and it'll be Taylor ball as Calvo got past one down the sideline, couldn't get past the other. Now into the 13th minute, 18th minute, sorry. Taylor working it, trying to work it down the far side and loses it. Bratcher is going to pick it up. Bratcher gets it over to Smucker. Smucker to Castillo. Castillo to Bodstiever. Now over to Cavill. Cavill tries to get it ahead to Bontrager. Bontrager jumps a guy and gets it. And as Bontrager is going to get tripped up, no call. And now they're going to... Now they're calling a play. As they're going to give a free kick here to the Trojans. Even though Bontrager was the one who was tripped. A couple Trojans kicking it back and forth. Now swinging it to the far side. Trying to work it down the far sideline. Knocked away, picked back up here by Taylor. Trying to swing field with Gallup. Gallup gets it over to Fury. Fury sends it ahead. That one, now it's with Partain. Partain puts it in 18. Fonseca's going to scoop it up before McBride can put a foot on it. Fonseca. Sends it ahead. Now taken away back by Taylor. He's going to send it. Fonseca's just going to pick it back up. Not a real threat for a goal. Now with Bodstiever. Bodstiever puts it ahead to Bontrager. Bontrager resets it with Macias. Tips it ahead, Cavill running, and that one's just going to go a little too far. As they try to go for the long ball, couldn't quite connect. .25 minutes rating here in the first half. 1-0 Taylor on top of Goshen. Hansen with it just outside the goalie box. Taylor trying to work it down the far sideline. Gallops with it. Resetting it. Looking to swing is Taylor. Tries to go up the middle. Hardy has it. He's already got one in the back of the net here tonight. Now over to Fury. Fury working middle. He's got 3 Maple Leaf defenders around him. Somehow finds a way to get the ball to another Trojan. Now with Hardy. Hardy loses it. Giles with it. Now with Bratcher. Bratcher tries to get it ahead, and he's going to lose his footing and slip, and the ball's going to be taken right back by Taylor. Taylor sends it ahead as now Fonseca sends it out. No one's in the back of the net, and it's missed. No one was in goal as Fonseca came out to guard the ball, and Taylor just missed the shot.
Number 2, Luke Bayless.
And going in for the Maple Leaf team is number 2, Luke Bayless.
Fonseca with it. 23:40 remaining here in the first half. Fonseca with it. Fonseca to Bodstiever, who gets it to Bayless. Now with Castillo. Now down the far sideline, Eichenberger. He's working ahead, gets it ahead. Ashwin stops. Now looking to dance. Now working into the 18. Still going. Still with it. As Hansen saves that one through a lot of traffic. Gallup with it on the near side here. As Gallup just throws it away, Gallo tips it away. Now the Maple Leafs on a clear counter, and he's just going to get knocked to the ground by one of the Taylor players, like just straight elbow to the chest. And he's still down, slowly. Now he's getting up. That looks to be Ezra. I mean, he just took an elbow to the chest. Like, the guy, like, trucked him like a linebacker.
Yeah, that looked really painful.
free kick coming here for the Maple Leafs. Looks like Asherman to be taking the free kick. Ball's put into play, and that one's taken, and it's going to be knocked by Taylor, and Hansen's just going to come out and dive on it, as that ball was loose, and he didn't want anything to happen with it. Here, with 21 remaining in this one. Hansen with it. Going to send it deep, trying to get a long ball play. That one's going to roll, and it's going to find a Trojan foot. Real opportunity here on the counterattack as it's going to go in, and it's in the 18, rolling around. Bayless back with it. Ball still rolling around, and they're going to call offsides here on Taylor.
Taylor offside.
Fonseca's going to take the kick. Fonseca's going to put it about midfield with Ashland. Ashland's going to get over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger's going to cross. Bontrager is the only Maple Leaf there, but it's going to be headed away by the Trojans. But Bratcher's going to pick it up. Back with the Maple Leafs, and that shot's going to be taken. That's just way too high and long. Just a long, long shot. Really had no chance there from Ezra. Gallup with it here on the near side for the Trojans. Gallup gets ahead to Partain. Partain works it over to Fury. Fury sends it back to Vandercook. Now over to Gallup. Gallup looking. Tries to reset it. Almost taken away by the Maple Leafs, but they do get it away. Hardy and Smucker both go up for it.
And number 7 from the Taylor squad is Luke Halwerdo, and he is going in.
Hardy to throw it in, gets it into Halwerdo. Over back to Hardy. Hardy and Guile battling for it. Over to Vandercook. Still with Taylor. Taylor reversing field here. Sending ahead. And Eichenberger almost takes it away for the Maple Leafs. So that one's going to roll out and stay with Taylor. They're going to get a throw in. Taylor to get the throw in. Just send it back and looking to play the possession game. Taylor up 1-0 here. Just under 20 minutes remain here in the first half. Now rolling down the far side. Maple Leafs battling for it, and they're going to say it's a Maple Leaf throw, and Eichenberger gets it in quick. Gets it to Ezra. Ezra puts it up, but can't quite keep it contained. It's going to roll out. No, it doesn't roll out. Looks like it would. Stayed in, now it rolls out, and it's going to go to the Maple Leafs on the throw-in. Maple Leafs get the ball in. Now trying to work down the far sideline with Bratcher. And we're going to get a foul here. Looks to be on Bratcher. They're going to get a free kick here is Taylor. Hansen with it. Swinging it to the far side. Now with it, set it middle, Hansen. Hansen crosses. Huerto just saves it, but he's going to save it right to Bontrager. Bontrager's going to send it back to Bayless. Back to Bontrager. Bontrager's turning. Looking to get an 18 and does. Finds Bayless. Bayless has it back to Bontrager. Bontrager tried to get a foot on it and just couldn't. And Hansen's going to take it away and get it moving quickly. Huerto with it. Huerto almost loses it. Smucker comes in with a slide tackle, but Huerto gets away. Now with Hardy. Now taken away by Bayless. Now with Castillo. Castillo sends it ahead, rolling. And that's with Ashelman. Ashelman in the corner, works back middle. Working middle, still with it. Going to take a shot, and that one's going to bounce off, and it'll be a corner kick here for the Maple Leafs.
Save Hansen. GC corner kick.
Corner kick coming here from the far side. First one for either team on the game. 17 minutes remaining here. Taylor up 1-0 in the first half. Shot taken by the Maple Leafs. Rebounded. Now with Bratcher. Bratcher trying to get it away. And does. Now with Bontrager down on the sideline. Tries to get it back to Bratcher. Knocked up by Gallup, but it'll be a throw-in. As Smucker's going to take the throw. Smucker. Battling with it. So is Ezra. And it'll go out and stay with Goshen. Now with Bratcher. Bratcher gets it over to Ezra. Ezra crosses. In the 18. It's with Ash. He was with Macias. Now with Ashelman. Ashelman's going to take a shot. Can't find it. Regains possession. Tries another shot, and that one's going to go out, and it'll be another corner kick here for the Maple Leafs.
Maple Leaf corner kick.
Second one in just a minute. As we're here in the 30th minute of play here. Another corner kick on the far side here for the Maple Leafs. Set play coming here. That one's going to go in, knocked away by Taylor. Maple Leafs are going to pick it right back up on the deflection. Crossed in, headed. Now shot taken, it's going to be cleared out and be another corner kick here on the near side.
Corner kick.
Maple Leafs really putting pressure here on the Taylor defense. Coming to take the corner kick is Gaio. Gaio with it. Looking to send it. And does. Sends it into the middle. That one's knocked away. Now with Bayless. Bayless is going to take it. Knocked away again by Taylor. Taylor trying to take advantage on the counterattack with all the Maple Leafs. And that one's going to get saved by Smucker. Smucker's going to send it back to Castillo. Castillo's going to get it over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger dancing. Tries to go between a couple of Taylor players' legs. Now lost it. Now with Bayless, and now they're going to call a foul. They're going to say offsides, actually, here on the Maple Leafs. Gallup gets it into Vandercook. Now back to Hansen. Hansen looking to reverse, and does. Still with Taylor. Now almost taken away by the Maple Leafs. Back to Taylor. Fury with it. Trying to send ahead to Hardy. Slows it up. Vandercook. Now back to Fury. Now to Huerta. Huerta in the 18. Only Fonseca to beat. And he's going to just push it wide right as he tried to put it over Fonseca. And Fonseca slid a hand in there and got it away as we have a substitution here for Taylor.
Yes, going in for Taylor is Gabe Boren.
Number 19, Gabe Bauer.
Looking here now are the Maple Leafs. Fonseca to take the goal kick. Sitting here with 13 and a half remaining here in the first half. As Fonseca just goes short to Bodstieber. Bodstieber sends it ahead. With Bontrager back to Bayless. They're trying to work down near sideline. Now with Gaio. Gaio loses it. Huerta gets it over to Fury. Fury taken away by Smucker. Over to Asherman. Now with Bayless. Bayless gets it to Bontrager. Bontrager working middle. He's at midfield. Gets it ahead to Bayless. Bayless on the real counterattack tries to cross it to Macias. It's going to be knocked away. And they're going to roll it out and they'll stay with the Maple Leafs as Bayless is going to throw it in just to the inside of the corner kick flag.
Yes, and Connor Wise just went in for the Maple Leaf team.
Bayless Swings it middle. Far side on the cross. It's going to roll far. Picked back up by the Maple Leafs. Now taken away by the Trojans. Battling here. Trojans are going to win the battle. Only first, and Castillo's going to take it back for the Maple Leafs. Now back with Taylor. Now back to the Maple Leafs. Over with Bodstuber. Bodstuber gets it to Smucker. Smucker sends it ahead to Wise, and Wise is going to get tripped up, and they're going to call a foul here.
Offside, Maple Leaf.
Actually, they're going to call offsides here on Wise. Trojans already put it back in play. Now with Gallup. Over Vandercook. That's with McBride. Taylor working down the far side. Huerta in the middle now. In Goshen half. Gallup comes up to get it near side. They're going to send it ahead. Bodstuber is the only one there. He's going to pick it up. Get it to Bayless. Bayless is going to get it to Wise. Wise to Smucker. Smucker sends it far side. Bratcher is the only Maple Leaf there. And he's not going to win it, but it's going to be a throw in for the Maple Leafs. Bratcher's going to do it. Actually, that's going to be Castillo to throw it in. Maple Leafs to throw in, taken away by Taylor. And now they're going to call an offsides call, it looks to be like, on the Maple Leafs, and it'll be a Taylor throw-in. Or no. It actually will be a throw-in here for Taylor. As they're going to get in, but just throw it a little too far, and only Fonseca's back there. Fonseca's going to pick it up. Punty. Rolls around, hit by Taylor, taken by Taylor. And they're going to get a foul here. That one's on Smucker. As Taylor tried to get quick on the free kick, but they're going to slow it down and reset it. Free kick is put back into play by Hoosier. Hoosier puts it in 18, and Fonseca's just going to catch it. Has a deep kick here by Hoosier, but Fonseca easily corrals it. Bayless with it just outside the 18 on the Goshen half. As Brasher's going to get pushed down, and no call here from the rest. Now Hardy working with it. Works back middle. Tries to get it to Fiordi. Taken away by the Maple Leafs for just a second, but they're going to reset now with Hoosier. Back to the Maple Leafs now. It's Calvo. Calvo sends it ahead. Bontrager on the far side. No one working with him. And he's going to get tripped up. No call. And now they're going to make a call late. As Bontrager's still down. As he's going to get up now. Looks like Ezra going to be here to take the kick. Fake kick here. Now taken here by the Maple Leafs. That one's long. It's going to be headed away. Headed back. Try to keep it in the 18 to the Maple Leafs, so it's going to be taken away by Trailer. Now it's taken back by the Maple Leafs. Straight up steal. Tried to send it, and that's going to be a goal kick here for Taylor.
Maple Leafs, corner kick.
Oh, no, they're going to call a corner kick here for the Maple Leafs.
That's the fourth corner kick this game.
All done so far by the Maple Leafs, as we're here with just under 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. 1-0 Taylor. Maple Leaf corner kick coming here from the far side on the right half of the field. Picked up by the Maple Leafs. Sent outside 18. Shot taken, and that one's just going to be grabbed by Hansen. What a save. Is it that? If he doesn't jump there, that's in the back of the net. Here with it, Gallup on the near side for the Taylor. Now over to Hoosier. Working middle is Taylor. And taken away by the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs working middle. Now with Bontrager. All the way to the near side with Wise. Wise is going to cross middle. That one seems a little long. Maple Leafs save it for just a second. It's going to go out. And they're going to give the Maple Leafs another corner kick on that one. Here in the 39th minute of play. 1-0 Taylor on top of Goshen. Ball sent in the middle, headed away by Taylor, picked up by the Maple Leafs. That one's rolling around, and that one's going to be picked up by Hansen. Hansen has it. Directing traffic now for the Trojans. Now he's going to pick it up. He punts it deep. Ball rolling, headed away. Picked up by Taylor. Now cleared out by Bodschieber. He's just going to send to the side, and it's going to be a throw-in here for the Trojans.
And Tyler Dayhoff is going in for the Trojan squad.
Substitution for Taylor, number 23, Tyler Dayhoff.
Taylor throws it in. Gets it in. Cleared back out. Bodschieber. Now put down on the ground by Taylor. Taylor looking to make the counterattack from the far sideline. Tried to get the cross in. It's going to be knocked out and will be Taylor's first corner kick of the game.
Corner kick, Taylor.
Corner kick coming in from the far side. Headed away by Wise. Now still rolling in the air. Clicked up by Guile. Hoosier puts a head on it for Taylor. Headed a couple of times by Taylor. Now with Fury. Fury gets it over to Gallup. Gallup sends ahead, and Fonseca's just going to fall on it and corral it and end the threat here as he's going to send it deep. Bratcher's with it all alone. Now some Taylor defenders. He's going to cross it, and the header is just long. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Hansen and the Trojans. What a set piece, though. What a play.
Definitely.
Gallup with it. Now sending it deep is Taylor. Bodschieber on the run for Goshen. He's the one winning in the race. He's going to get it to Bayless, but taken away by Hardy for the Trojans. Now back to Gallup. Gallup sends it to Hoosier. Hoosier sends it back to Hansen. Hansen outside the 18. Pretty far outside the 18, about like 10 or so yards. He's going to give it off real quick and then get it right back. Can't get back into the 18. Now does. Taylor with it up at midfield now. Trying to work down the far sideline. Now taken away by the Maple Leafs. Bratcher with it. He's running. It's only him and Hansen. He's going to win the race. Gets caught up. Now back to Wise to reset. Wise is going to get it over to Bratcher. Bratcher hesitates to the right, goes back left, tries to cross it. A little long. Picked up by Smucker. Smucker gets it over to Guile. Now to Bontrager, back over to Ezra. Ezra looking to move with it. Gets it to Bontrager. Bontrager gets it over to Castillo. Still working in Taylor's half of the field. Now with Smucker just on Taylor's half of midfield in the middle. Luke Bayless with it now on the near sideline right in front of Taylor's bench. Taken away by Gallup. Trojans looking to counter. Huerta heads it off to Hardy. And Botschieber's going to get in there and take it away. And then puts it behind his back foot with the pass to Ezra. And then that threat is thwarted by the Trojans. Now with Huerta, near side. With Hardy. Hardy taken away by Bontrager. Now going back the other way. Taylor's with it. Kicked out by Bayless. That's going to get reset. Taylor to throw it in. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. 1-0 Taylor on top of the Maple Leafs. Huerta to throw it in. Looking. Tries to get it in. Bayless is going to head away for the Maple Leafs. Picked up by Fear. Taylor with it still. Fury trying to work on a couple of defenders. Smucker clears it out, and it's going to send it back to midfield. Taylor picks it up. Now just outside the 18. Far side, chipped in, and that one's going to be too long as it crosses just in from the left post, and it'll be a goal kick here for the Maple Leafs. Botchiver just goes short. As now that one's taken away, and they're going to get a foul call here on the Trojans. That's Harold.
1 minute.
1 minute remaining here. We're in the 44th minute. Bratcher crosses, and that one's just too far. As he was looking to cross it in the 18 and just puts it over the crossbar. 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. 1-0 Goshen down by 1. .25 seconds remaining as Hansen just being slow about bringing out 20 seconds now remaining in the first half. 1-0 Taylor on top. Over with just Hoosier. Now they're trying to work down the far side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. As Taylor looks to be just running out, they're going to put it out. And it'll be a Goshen throw-in with 1 second remaining, and that's the end of one half. Taylor up 1-0 on top of Goshen after one half of play. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, it'll be some halftime festivities. It's Zach Begley and Amelia Turnbull calling Goshen College Men's Soccer on the Go live stream at 91.1 The Globe. Your home for Maple Leaf Athletics. Back here on 91.1 The Globe and the Go Leafs live stream. I'm Zachariah Begley. With me is Amelia Turnbull. We're talking Goshen College men's soccer. They're taking on Taylor Trojans. They're down 1-0 at the half. And yeah, so just starting off, it's 1-0. Owen Hardy for the Taylor Trojans put in one in the 6th minute here. It was off a free kick. Trojans draw the foul, get the free kick, and Hardy puts it right at Fonseca. Fonseca had it, and it just rolled right under his arms and between his legs, and it was just a slow rolling goal that went in. And I mean, what are you gonna do if you're Fonseca there? I mean, he's set up right there in front of the goal in perfect position, and the ball just rolls right through.
Exactly. I mean, the only thing I could think of is he could have maybe acted sooner, but in that type of situation, that's really fast paced.
Right, and it's just right there, and I mean, there's not much you can do when you're looking at the Maple Leafs. I mean, solid play, but I mean, tough situation, and then Maple Leafs going to run there in the second half or late in the first half, where they're just putting so much pressure, and Hansen has to make a few diving saves to keep the ball from going in the back of the net. So you have to give Hansen a lot of credit there for Taylor. I mean, playing really well. Him and the Taylor defense have just shut down multiples of chances there by the Maple Leafs. I mean, they have 5 of the 6 corner kicks in this one, so clearly they're putting a lot of pressure on the Taylor defense. But the Taylor defense is bending but not breaking, so you have to give a lot of credits there. But at some point, you have to think eventually the amount of chances Goshen is getting, one's going to fall in the back of the net at some point. I mean, you have to look at how well they've scored all season, like we talked about in the pregame. Do you see any chance of this continuing where they're getting so many chances and not putting the ball in the back of the net?
I do think that Taylor needs to step up their defense just a little bit. I think they're relying on Hansen too much. Every time it seems like Hansen gets the ball and they're not really getting in there as they should be. They're letting it get too close to the net, and Hansen just really has their back. So I think one of these times the Maple Leafs are definitely going to get it in.
Yeah, I mean, and then just looking at what we talked about in keys before the game, we said Taylor really needs to attack the Goshen defense. They really haven't. Their one goal kind of came out of luck. So you have to think Taylor's going to step it up in the second half, right, to pick up the play and really start putting more pressure on that Goshen defense.
Definitely, because most of this game has been spent on Taylor's goal. So they just need to get it over to the Goshen net and just put pressure on it, because they haven't been doing that. They've just been keeping it near their own goal post, which is a dangerous move in this game.
Yeah, it's tough to. I can't see Goshen really continuing this level of offensive threats without scoring a goal, like we already said. And they're playing pretty solid on defense. I think they're doing a good job in the possession game and keeping the ball really on Taylor's half of the field. I mean, if you're Goshen, honestly, in a lot of ways, you're doing all the right things. You just are down 1-0 because you're the unlucky team at the moment. I think it switches around for the Maple Leafs a little bit here moving forward.
Definitely. And the Maple Leaf offense has just been really strong tonight. They still haven't gotten it in, but they have been really strong.
We're going to step aside. When we come back, it'll be more halftime information. This is 91.1 The Globe and the Globe live stream, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics. Back here on 91 on the Globe and the Go Leafs live stream. I'm Zachary Begley. With me is Amelia Turnbull. We're here at halftime of the Goshen College men's soccer game. They're taking on the Taylor University Trojans. It's 1-0. Taylor on top in the first half. Yeah, we're going to start with some stats here for the Maple Leafs.
So Taylor's had 5 shots on the goal for this game, and Goshen has had 9 of those shots too. Assists, both teams have 0. Taylor has had 4 fouls in that game, and Goshen has had 8. There have been no yellow or red cards, and there have been 5 saves for the Taylor team and 0 for the Goshen team.
So, yes, so we're talking, 5 shots on goal. Interestingly, only 1 shot on goal for the Maple Leafs, but it's the ball went in the back of the net. They have 1 shot on goal, but only but it hit the back of the net. So clearly efficient on the night here for Taylor. 9 shots on goal, 5 of them on the net. 4, like you said, 5 saves for Hansen. So, clearly strong work from the Maple Leafs offensive side. Just looking at it. Shot leaders, Bontrager with 3 for the Maple Leafs, just going down the list. You're talking about 5 shots on goal. 2 of them 3 shots for Bontrager, 1 of them on goal. Macias with 1 shot on goal. Ashwin with 1 shot. It wasn't on goal. 2 shots on goal for Ezra. Just a lot of attack. We talked about Bontrager and Ashwin in the pregame, but Ezra's really playing really well as well. Up from the midfielder spot, so they're getting a little bit more help. Macias, his only shot is on goal, so putting a lot of pressure on Hansen. The one thing that's seems to not be really working well for the Maple Leafs is the cross play. They put the cross, so they're crossing it. They're trying to make the cross pass from either side of the box, and it seems to be headed by Taylor players quite often. If you're Goshen, I think it's been working trying to attack up the middle and then seeing what happens, attacking up the middle of the 18-yard box and seeing what happens as we move forward. But you have to credit the Goshen offense clearly playing really well so far in this one.
Definitely. Goshen's offense has just been up there on that goal this entire night.
Yeah, and then looking at the defense, no saves yet for Fonseca, but honestly, they've done a good job. Only 5 shots so far in the half. Of course, the goal from Hardy, but if you're Goshen, you have to be happy, I think, with how the first half played out for the most part. And I think there's a lot to build on here as we move into half number 2.
Definitely, and it can be seen that, the Maple Leaf defense, the offense has been up on that other net. So one of these times, I bet the Maple Leafs will get a goal.
We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll be about time for the second half to start. We'll be back with more Goshen College men's soccer on the Globe live stream at 91.1 The Globe. Back here on 91 on the Globe and the Goalie Live stream, Zachary Begley, Amelia Turnbull. We're talking Goshen College Run Soccer. It's here at the start of the second half. The Maple Leafs and Trojans have switched sides as Macias puts it into play here for the Maple Leafs. And that one's going to roll. Hansen's going to pick it up pretty early here in this one, as it's now with Traylor on the far side. Trying to work down the near sideline. That one's going to roll out. No, it's going to be saved here by the Maple Leafs. Now it's working far sideline. It's with Asherman, and he's going to get fouled. It'll be a free kick here early in this one. They're about 10 yards out of the 18. Here early in this one. Just some news from another game. It looks like Huntington has picked up their first loss of the season as Spring Arbor beats them 1-0. As they were 4-0-2 coming in tonight, and now it looks like they're 4-1-2. Here with the shot from the Maple Leafs. Cross. And that one's too long. It'll be a goal kick here off of the free kick. Goal kick here for the Trojans. Already 2 minutes into this one. Hansen gets it in short. Maple Leafs provide pressure. Hoosier tries to get away, almost taken away by the Maple Leafs, saved by Fury. Swings it far side, trying to work down the sideline. Sends it ahead. Working far, it's rolling. Bodstuber on the race. Gonna get it to Fonseca. Fonseca's gonna set it up. Clears it out. Doesn't really get a good foot on it. Picked back up by Taylor. Now in the box, and Fonseca's just going to dive on it. Shuts down any chance Huerta has on putting the ball in the back of the net. Excuse me. That is not Huerta. That's Partey. Maple Leafs with it, far side. Now swing it with Fonseca. Fonseca gets it to Smucker. Smucker sends it. Bontrager there. Puts behind him. Now over to Gallo. Now with Cava. Back to Gallo. Gallo batting with it. Gets it back to Cava. Back to Castillo. Back over to Cava. Cava sends it ahead to Bontrager, who tried to get it over to Macias. And they're going to say it was out, and it'll be a Trojan throw. Gets it in, Trojans, and almost taking away Gallo with it. Ball on the ground. Gallo still with it. Tripped again, and now they're going to call a foul. Gallo to take the free kick here. Setting it up, letting the Maple Leafs set up here with a chance to get a set play off of this free kick. Cross here. Sent to the 18, cleared out, rolling still. As Smucker's going to come out and hit it ahead. Crossed, headed, shot, and just missed. As it looked like Bontrager slipped, but it's going to stay on this side. Now Taylor picks it up. Bontrager knocked it away, and it'll be a throw in here for the Maple Leafs. Excuse me, for the Trojans. Ball put back into play by Taylor. Smucker with it for the Maple Leafs. Now with Fonseca already back there. 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. 1-0 Taylor on top of the Maple Leafs. Fonseca sends it deep. That one's rolling. Now with Macias. Macias with it. Just outside the 18. He's going to take a shot. It's going to be knocked away, but Bontrager's right there. No one's around him. Works back middle. Gets it over to Gallo. Gallo's going to shoot it, and that one's just going to go wide over the crossbar. Had a chance there, but just didn't execute. Goal kick coming here for the Maple Leafs. Goal kick coming here for Taylor. Goal kick coming from Hansen. Hansen looking for it. Gonna send it. Headed away. Now taken away. Macias can't quite get a foot on it. Gets enough of a foot on it. Get it over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger with it. Tries to cross it to Bontrager and does. Bontrager's going to take a shot. Knocked away by Hansen. What another save. That's save number 7 there by Hansen. Taylor with it on the counter. Knocked away by the Maple Leafs. Going back the other way. Now it's rolling. Picked back up by Taylor. It's Hoosier. Hoosier tips it ahead. And that one's going to go up and it'll stay with the Trojans as Castillo with the slide tackle put back into play by McNeil. McNeil gets it over to Guyami. Guyami saves it from a goal kick down in the corner, but taken by Bodschiever for the Maple Leafs. Bodschiever sends it ahead to Bontrager. Bontrager with it. Still going with it, working middle. He's going to lose it on the slide tackle here from Taylor. Working the other way, it's Fury. Fury gets to the far side. Now back to Fury middle. Now with Hoosier. Now over to Huerta. Now middle, bouncing around, and a shot taken
Goal kick.
by the Trojans. No real.
For the Trojans, number 4, Owen Hardy.
And Owen Hardy is going on for the Trojan team, and so is Paul McBride.
Hardy coming in with the only goal here so far for either squad, coming back in the 6th minute of this one. Fonseca puts it back into play, sends it over to Castillo on the near side. 37 and a half remaining here in the second half. Now with Bontrager. Bontrager trying to work down the far side. It's going to be knocked out, and will stay with the Maple Leafs on the throw-in. Calvo gets it in. Throws it into Bontrager. Bontrager trying to work down the side. And he's going to get away. Looking for the cross. Gets the cross. And now taken back away by Hardy. Staying with Taylor. Gets over McNeil. Back to Hardy. Sent ahead. Bodschiever's going to pick it back up for the Maple Leafs. Bodschiever makes a move to his left. Gets it over to Gaio. Gaio over to Smucker. Smucker tries to get it to Bontrager and does. Bontrager leaves it off for Calvo. Calvo with the cross in the 18. That one buzz, and Macias just barely loses it, but picks back up by the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs with a second chance here. Headed in. Headed away. And Bodschiever's going to pick it up. Bodschiever is going to take a shot, and that's way over the crossbar. Bodschiever, senior, still looking for his first goal on his career.
Wow.
He's a defenseman.
Okay, that makes sense.
As it's going in. That one's going to roll, and Fonseca's just going to pick it up inside the 18 as Fonseca picks it up, throws it quickly, gets it over to Calvo. Calvo sends it ahead, tries to get it to Macias, knocked away by Taylor. Taylor's with it now. Taylor trying to play a little bit of short possession game. Hardy loses it, gets it over to Smucker. Bontrager battling down for it in the corner, and that one's going to roll, and they're going to give it to Taylor. Ball going to be put back into play as Taylor looks to be setting up their offense. Ball put back into play. Headed. Castillo, the only player there, and McBride really giving chase. Now with Fonseca. Fonseca's just going to barely get it away. Now with Castillo. Castillo with the move to his right. Working down the middle of the field. Now gets over to Calvo on the near sideline. Just past midfield. Slide, and that one's out, and it's going to stay with the Maple Leafs. And they're going to get the free kick as the slide tap came from behind. Gaio Puts it back into play really quickly. Tries to go to far side. Knocked away, but Bodstieber is there, and they're just going to let it roll out and be a Goshen throw in on the far side in Goshen territory. Goshen throws it in quickly with Eichenberger. Cross back middle. Castillo. Fakes left, goes right. Puts it in far side. Little long for Eichenberger, headed away. Taylor heads it a couple times, now corrals the ball. Working middle, now ball's on the loose. Gallo picks it up for the Maple Leafs with Macias. Macias works to his left. Looking to go back right. Can't find it, just drops it off for Gallo. Now with Smucker. Smucker, long shot. That one is almost into the baseball diamond, but just stays in. Hansen puts it into play here for the Trojans. Almost taken away by the Maple Leafs right there just outside the 18. Maple Leafs really putting pressure on Taylor to move the ball up slowly. Now goes for the big play and loses it. Cavo picks it up, gets it back to Fonseca. Fonseca is going to send it over to Bodstieber. Bodstieber working with it. Now with Macias. Macias tries to put it on the far side and loses it. Sends it back that way. Fonseca's going to pick it up. Over to Bodstieber. Now, still on the far side. Bodstieber still with it. Working back middle. It's Gallo. Gallo over to Bodstieber. Bodstieber tries to kick it deep. Doesn't really get his whole foot on it. Staying, now rolled around, picked up by the Maple Leafs. Bontrager working on the near side, trying to get into 18. Works back middle, tries to go to Kyle. Does get it to Cavill. Now with Gallo. Gallo puts it in 18, knocked away. And headed by Ezra, picked back up by the Maple Leafs. Smucker over to Ezra. Ezra takes a shot, and that one's long as well. That's about 3 or 4 well over the crossbar here for the Maple Leafs. 32 remaining here in the second half. 1-0 Taylor on top of the Maple Leafs. Near side here. Just inside the 18. Over to Hansen. Almost lost it. Macias right there. Macias right pressure. Hansen gets it away. Far side. Taylor trying to work down the far sideline. Knocked away by the Maple Leafs. Back to Taylor. Still rolling around. Lost it again. And now McBride gets it for Taylor. McBride loses it. Still with Taylor. Far sideline. On Goshen half of the field. Now working back in Taylor half of the field. Taylor picks it up again. Taylor retreating with it. Bontrager gets in there to drive pressure. Doesn't quite get a foot on the ball. Now taken away by the Maple Leafs. It's with Gallo. Gallo gets it over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger looking to work back middle and takes a shot. And Hansen's going to corral that one. What a shot by Eichenberger.
Shot Eichenberger.
14 minutes gone by here in the second half. Working into the 59th minute. With it it's going to be a throw in here for the Trojans. To throw it in is Guyame. Now with Huerta. Taken away by the Maple Leafs. Bontrager had it for a second. Now taken back by the Trojans. Working around with it. Huerta tried to get it to Guyame. Couldn't quite get it. Now thrown in. Going far. Right back to the Trojans on the throw in for the Maple Leafs, but taken right back by the Maple Leafs. Gallo tried to get a foot on it as Ezra lost it. Now swung far side for Taylor. Taylor with it. Now working back middle. Far side, Goshen. Now down the sideline, Garriman. He's all alone, trips on his own foot, keeps the ball in. Now they're going to say he was offsides. Bontrager with it, working. Bontrager. He's got a couple Maple Leafs with him. Now with Eichenberger. Eichenberger leaves it off for Ezra. Ezra with the cross, and that one's too high. As the chance here by the Maple Leafs is just missed.
And James McBride is going in for the Taylor squad, and
And for the Maple Leafs, number 17, Jose Villatoro.
Villatoro is going in for the Maple Leaf squad.
Coming in for
Hansen puts it back into play, and the trailer turns it right over, gets it to Bontrager. And Eichenberger had it for a second, lost it. Now with Smucker. Smucker's just going to send another one deep, and that one's going to be another goal kick.
number 18.
And Chase Bratcher is going in for the Goshen College
Chase
Maple
Bratcher
Leafs.
Coming in for the Maple Leafs.
Goal kick here coming from Hansen.
Coming in for Eichenberger.
Put it in on the far side to Taylor. Trying to work down the far sideline, still in their own territory, taken away by the Maple Leafs. Now with Smucker. Smucker gets it over to Bontrager. Bontrager gets it to Gallo. Gallo gets it over to Bratcher on the far side. Trying to work into the 18. Goes a little far. Crosses it. In the middle. Picked up by Bontrager. Bontrager trying to work back to the near side. Now spins back to the far side. Working middle. Taken away. Stay in, and now put up in the air, headed by a Taylor Trojan, and picked up by Calvo for the Maple Leafs. Calvo almost into the 18, working on the edge. Going to cross at the last moment, and knocked away by Taylor, but picked back up by Goshen. Gaio with it. He's going to take a shot and headed away by Taylor, and he's still on the ground.
Oh, no.
A Taylor player took a ball to the head, and he's still down. Trainer is coming out to take a look. So we're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have more second half action when we return here on 91.1 The Globe and the Goalies live stream. We're back here on 91.1 The Globe and the Goes live stream. I'm Zachariah Begley along with Amelia Turnbull. We're talking about Goshen College men's soccer here in this one as Jack McNeil was down in the field, but he's off and walking off on his own power. We wish him a speedy recovery. Coming in for him is number 17, Jackson Hoosier. As we're waiting for the ball to be put back into play. So ball here at midfield as it'll go with the Maple Leafs all the way back near midfield. Still on the Taylor half as Smucker puts it back into play, sends it back to Bayless. Bayless gets over to Gallo. Gallo over to Villatoro. And now we're going to get a handball just outside the 18. So inches away, honestly, from a penalty kick here, as they're going to rule it half a foot, not even half a foot, like probably 4 or 5 inches outside the 18 is what it looks like from here. Ball coming here. Maple Leafs to put it back into the 18 off of the handball. Sends it in short. Long. Ball knocked away and cleared out by Taylor. Fonseca with it way outside the 18-yard box. He's going to put it back into the 18 the other way. Rolling. Headed. Now with Villatoro. Villatoro tries to work. He's in the 18. Going to cross at the last moment. Knocked in and just missed. That was just short. Knocked away at the last moment. Bayless had his foot on it. It'll be a corner kick. Gallo to take it here for the Maple Leafs on the near side, on the left side of the field here from our vantage point. We're here with 25, just over 25 minutes remaining here in the first half. Put in, headed. Maple Leafs still with it. Going to take a shot. That one is going to go too long, and that one's going to go out and be a goal kick. Actually, no, they're going to say another corner kick here. Didn't look like from our vantage point it hit any Maple Leafs, but they're going to call another corner kick here. Gallo to take it again. Gallo sends it in. Taken away by Taylor, cleared out. Now with McBride. Castillo guarding him, now going that way. Down the far sideline. Battle here between a Taylor and a Maple Leaf. And that one's going to go out and it'll stay with the Trojans. 25 minutes remaining here in this one. 1-0 Taylor on top of the Maple Leafs.
And going in for the Trojans is Clay Vander Cook, and that would be Jack McNeil.
As McNeil checks back into this one, so ruled good by the trainer after getting a ball to the head, and he's back in this one. Good to see him back on the field. Coming in with the throw-in for the Trojans. Here down in the corner by the far, and that one's going to go out. And they're going to call a corner kick here for Taylor. Only their second one of the game. Far side here with the corner kick. 24 minutes remaining here in the second half. Taylor with the goal kick, or corner kick. They're up 1-0 here in this one. Owen Hardy with the goal in the 6th minute of the game as that one crosses too far, and that one's going to go over the crossbar. Fonseca made a jumping catch, but really didn't need to as it just goes over the crossbar. We're going to get a goal kick here for Fonseca and the Maple Leafs. Ball put back in play. Fonseca goes short to Castillo. Calvo goes long. And that one's going to go off of Bratcher last, is what the refs are going to say. It'll be Taylor throwing. McNeil will throw it in. McNeil gets it in. Cleared out. It's Calvo. Calvo gets it over to Eichenberger. Eichenberger gets it ahead to Brasher. Now over to Villatoro. Villatoro trying to work back middle. And does. Gives it off to Ezra, back over to Bratcher. Bratcher cross. And that one's going to get cleared out by Taylor. Now Villatoro, and that one's going to be off the mark, and it will be a goal kick here for Hansen and the Trojans. Time is ticking down, 22.5 remaining in this one. 1-0 Taylor on top of the Maple Leafs. Looking in this one. Ball put into play. Taylor picks it up. Trying to work down to the near side. Now going deep. Little long. Fonseca's going to pick it up. Ending the attack by Taylor. Bodstieber with it. It's going to send it ahead. And that one's going to go over the Taylor's jumping head. Bratcher with it down the far side. Working ahead. Now saves it. Now it's a shot. Bontrager puts it back in the back of the net. 1-1. It's tied here. 21-35 remaining here. Bontrager with the goal in this one, tying it up at 1. What a ball by Lucas Bontrager.
Wow.
Nice work here by the Maple Leafs. They get the ball, go on the counterattack, go deep, get one pass, and put it in the back of the net. Ball back into play. Taylor going deep on their own, trying to return quickly. That one's going to be too long. That one's going to roll out, and they're going to say goal kick here for the Maple Leafs. Fonseca. Puts that one in high and deep into the lights. Hit it around. Now Calvo picks it up. Gets it back to Castillo. Castillo now taken away. Taylor's got it on the counterattack. Only two. Taylor's going to take it. And that one's going to hit the left post and miss. And it'll be a goal kick here for the Maple Leafs. I mean, you're talking about Fonseca dove, missed it. It hit the post and it didn't go in. I mean, honestly, I thought that was going to go in.
Me too.
I really thought that was going to be 2-1, but it bounced the right way for the Maple Leafs, and what a missed opportunity there for Taylor. Fonseca's got to be happy the post exists right now as he puts it back into play. It's with Gallo. Gallo tries to get it to Calvo. Little short and headed away by Taylor. Picked up by Hardy. Now going back the other way. Still with Taylor. Now with Bodstieber.
69 officially for Bontrager, assist Ezra.
As now that's going. Staying with the Maple Leafs. Working down the far sideline is Bayless. Gets it over to Bratcher. Bratcher loses it. Ticked up by Taylor. Taylor's going to swing now to the near sideline here. Going our way. Now staying Vandercook with it right in front of the Goshen bench. Now with Hardy back to Vandercook. Both Villatoro and Gallo putting pressure. Now with Garamy. Now with Hardy. Lost it. Picked up by Calvo, and now they're going to say it's a foul and a Taylor free kick. It's with Hardy. Hardy tries to get it ahead to Vandercook, taken away by Castillo. Castillo sends it ahead. Now with Villatoro. Villatoro puts it in the air. Battling with it. Bontrager picks it up. He just scored a goal recently. He can't quite get it crossed, and it'll be taken back by Taylor. McBride trying to work up the middle. Rolling around. Now taken away by the Maple Leafs. Smucker with it. Gets it ahead to Bratcher. Bratcher ahead. Knocked away. It's a header, but Gallo hustles, gets it there. Now gets it over to Villatoro. Villatoro working, crossing, and that one's going to be too hard and too wide left, and it'll be a goal kick here as subs coming into the game for the Maple Leafs.
Yes, coming in for the Maple Leafs, that would be Henrique Eckenberger, and it is Uriel Macias.
And Ezra.
$17:40 remain here in the second half. Tied at 1 here off of the pairing of Bontrager and Ezra. Ezra with the assist, Bontrager with the goal in the 69th minute. Now with Taylor, as Taylor's going to lose it actually, and it'll be a throw in here quickly for the Maple Leafs. Now with Castillo. Castillo gets it over to Bonstuber. Bonstuber sends it back to Fonseca. Fonseca almost gives it away. Now Castillo, now given away. And Cabo's just going to knock it out and save the chance. It's a corner kick here. What a heads-up play by Cabo, but nearly a terrible turnover here by Castillo right in front of the 18. Just under 17 remaining here in this contest here between two Crossroads League teams from opposite divisions. 1-1. Here is your score. Ball put in by Taylor, knocked away by Fonseca. That one's rolling the other way. And cleared out by the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs really have a chance here for a counter. Gallo with it, sends it ahead. That's Bontrager. Bontrager crossing it. Finds Villatoro. Villatoro gets it over to Macias. Macias loses it. Almost gets it back. Rolling now, picked up by Smucker. Maple Leafs picked it back up. Calvo with it. Working down the near sideline. Really no impediments to the 18. Works into the 18 and loses it. Cleared out. Smucker saves it. And then proceeds to lose it now with the counterattack here by Taylor. Gallo really giving pressure. Still with Taylor. Hardy has it. Gets it over to Vandercook. Vandercook loses it. Gallo with the slide tackle. Picked up by Hardy, though. Now slid out, and Cabell's going to knock it out, but it'll be a throw in here for Taylor. Jeremy throws it in for Taylor. 15:25 remaining. 1-1 is your score here. Sending ahead. Now moving ahead, Macias running with McNeil. Who's going to win that race? Macias does. As McNeil slits, Macias with it. Trying to cross it. Loses it, though, right inside the 18. Still trying to battle for it back. Gets it back. Crosses it. And cleared out. And it'll go out and be a throw in here for the Maple Leafs. Macias to throw it in. Macias gets it in to Villatoro. Back to Macias. Macias crosses it. Knocked away. Villatoro with it. Crosses it now. Crosses a little bit farther. As it's lost here. Taylor trying to get on the counterattack. Send it ahead. Working. Crossing. Shot. And that one is wide left of really everything. And it'll be a goal kick here for the Maple Leafs as a couple of subs come in the game.
Fury, number 14, back in for the Trojans. Chase Ratchard for the Maple Leafs.
Coming in for the Maple Leafs is Chase Bratcher, and coming in for the Trojans is Webby Burrell.
Replacing Smucker.
Actually, they're going to say corner kick here for the Trojans on the far side. Trojans looking to set it up. Some movement in the box. Knocked away, picked up by the Maple Leafs, clearing it pretty deep. Only Macias back here for the Maple Leafs. Battling with McBride. McBride wins. And then now Macias has got it. Macias gets it over to Bontrager. Bontrager tried to get it to Botschieber. Botschieber loses it. Sent the other way. Really only Taylor and the goalkeeper, and that one's missed. And that one finds the back of the net. As Fonseca tried to come out and get it and couldn't. And it's going to be a 2-1 lead here with 13 remaining. Taylor on top of the Maple Leafs. .13:05 remaining in this one. That one's coming in the 78th minute. 2-1 Taylor. Ball put back into play. Bontrager gets it over to Calvo. Calvo now to Castillo. Castillo gets it over to Bayless. Now head ahead via Toro. Finds Bratcher. Bratcher reads it. Puts the ball down. Works to the outside of Garman. Bratcher with it. Now crossing. Cross is a little long. Knocked away by Taylor. Bontrager puts it ahead. Bontrager battling for one by Taylor. Now that's going to roll out and throw in quickly by Bontrager. Bontrager gets it back. Now with Eichenberger. Back to Bontrager. Back to Eichenberger. Eichenberger crossing it to Bratcher. Bratcher alone with two Taylor defenders. Now Calvo comes in for some support. Bratcher trying to work down the end line. And he's going to lose it. And they're going to call a quick. They're going to call one. Calvo gets it short. Calvo gets it over to Gallo. Gallo's going to take a shot there. Headed away by Taylor. That one's rolling. Taylor's going to pick it up. Just under 12 minutes remaining here in this one. Going deep. A couple, only two players back. Knocked away, and that's going to be a throw in here for Taylor. Taylor on the far sideline throw in. Down near the corner kick flag, puts it in. Looking. Over with Fury. Fury working to the far side, taken away, knocked away, and they're going to say it's out, and it'll be a Maple Leaf throw-in.
The Taylor goal officially scored from number 15, Quinn Martino. Assist McBride.
Puts it into play. Now working that way. Sent ahead. Viatoro had it and lost it, taken away by Taylor. Now taken back by the Maple Leafs. Right back to Taylor. Got it. Now with Taylor working down the far sideline. Fonseca's just going to pick it up right at the edge of the 18. 10.5 remaining in this one. Deep into the night. It's high in the air, still high in the air. Bratcher's got it, tips it away. Gets it to Macias. Macias spins, trying to get it ahead. Bratcher on the ground, now taken back by Taylor. Taylor sends it ahead. It's a foot race. Vandercook, Castillo. Castillo wins the foot race, but they're going to say Vandercook didn't touch it last, and it'll be Taylor throwing Vandercook to throw it in. 10 minutes on the game clock. 2-1 Taylor on top with the Partain goal in the 79th minute. Puts it in, cleared out, and kicked away. It'll be another throw in here for Taylor. Vandercook to throw it back in. Vandercook throws it in, knocked away by Viatoro. Now with Vandercook. Going. Knocked away. Bodstieber with it. Bodstieber's going to get it over to Bratcher. Bratcher tried to get it to Macias, knocked away. Taken by Taylor with Vandercook. Calvo tried to take it away. Still with it. Now over to McBride. Now far side, Taylor. Taylor working into the 18. Knocked away by the Maple Leafs. Going back the other way. Now with Bontrager. Bontrager working middle. He's got Bratcher to the near sideline here. No one with him. Just running with it. Now gets it over to Bratcher. Bratcher. Bratcher goes back the other way after faking to the right. Now going back. Tried to get it to Bontrager. Gets the carry back to him. Now with Bontrager. Bontrager with the only Maple Leaf goal in the 69th minute. Now Viatoro. Viatoro takes a shot. Blocked. Picked up by Bodstiever. Bodstiever tries to get it to another Maple Leaf. Now Bontrager. Bontrager looks to take a shot. Knocked away. Now picks up his own carom. Still with it. Gets it over to Bratcher. Bratcher. Working middle. Now with Bontrager. Tried to get it to Guile. Guile couldn't quite handle it. Taylor with it on the counter. Going the other way. Now headed back by Castillo with Viatoro. Viatoro gets it over to Bayless. Bayless ahead. Now back to Bayless from Eichenberger. Bayless trying to work with it. Still going with it. Battling for it. Now taken away by Taylor going down the far sideline. 7.5 remaining in this one. 2-1 Taylor on top of the Maple Leafs. Now with Vandercook. Vandercook looking to cross. Knocked away. Picked up by Huerta. Huerta's just going to send it over there and it'll be a goal kick here for the Maple Leafs.
Maple Leaf goal kick.
And going in for the Maple Leafs are Tristan Smucker and Adika Ezra.
Fonseca puts the goal kick into play. Gives it over to Guile. Sends it back to Castillo. Now back with Fonseca. Fonseca tries to get ahead to Calvo. Headed away by Vandercook. Now kicked in the air by Guile. Ball's up, headed by Taylor. Rolling around. Picked up Vandercook. Taylor with it. Sends it deep ahead, and Fonseca's just going to pick it up right inside the 18. He's going to put his foot all into this one. Headed ahead by Macias. Now Bontrager. Now kicked back the other way by Taylor. Vandercook. Huerta. Hardy. Taken away by the Maple Leafs. Sent ahead. Eichenberger with it. Sends it back to Bayless. Back to Eichenberger. Eichenberger over to Bayless. Back to Eichenberger. Knocked away. Bodstiever. Bayless. Now taken away by Taylor going the other way. Looking counterattack. Vandercook knocked away. Still with it. Now with the Maple Leafs. Bayless. Now with Macias. Bontrager tried to get it there. Couldn't. Knocked away by Taylor. Vandercook with it at midfield. Near side. And he's going to knock it out. And it'll be a throw in for the Maple Leafs. Bontrager throws it in. Gets it in to Ezra. Ezra still with it. Still with it. Now loses it. With Vandercook. Vandercook sends it ahead and knocked away by Bayless. Bodstiever is there for the Maple Leafs. Corrals it. Works right. Goes back left. Bodstiever dancing on him a little bit. Finds Bontrager. Bontrager working from the near side into the 18. Loses it. Still battling for it. So could get it back. Now taken away by Taylor. Still in a heated battle. And it's going to knocked out. And it's going to stay with the Maple Leafs on the Taylor side. Ezra throws it in quickly. Now with Calvo. Calvo puts it into the box. Knocked away. Taken back by Taylor. Taylor's going to try to send it deep. Castillo gets it to Kova. Now with Guile. Over to Bayless. Back to Guile. Guile tries to get it to Castillo and does. Castillo on the near sideline in Goshen territory. Throws it away to Vandercook. Huerta's there, but His pass is too long, and Fonseca is just going to get it back to Castillo. Castillo over to Bodschiever. Now a couple. Working down the sideline. Sends it ahead to Bontrager. A little too long, though. Hoosiers going to try to clear it out, and does. It'll be a throw in here for the Maple Leafs. Under 4 minutes remaining in this one. 2-1 Taylor on top of Goshen. It's with Cavo. In the corner. Now he's going to get tripped up, and they're going to call a free kick foul. And now. Oh, no, it's getting testy over here. As now both teams are coming over here. Piled up both teams in the corner, and it looks like the refs are breaking it up pretty quickly. No, it's still going. Players are coming from the sidelines to take them away. I don't know if that's allowed.
I don't know. It looks like they were fighting.
Well, it looks like it's going to be okay. They're clearing it up. He's trying to set up his free kick. No cards were given. But it will be a free kick here for the Maple Leafs. I'm surprised no cards were given in that moment. That's interesting there by the refs. But they get players off the field. No cards given. It was testy there for the second. Refs did a good job breaking it up. Players did a good job breaking it up as well. And we'll get back to regularly scheduled soccer. Gallo to take the free kick here for the Maple Leafs. 2-1 as the clock was stopped here due to the foul. But 2-1. Maple Leafs down by 1. 3:43 remaining in this one. Here in the 86th minute.
Yellow card issued to
Oh, now they did give a yellow card.
Bratcher.
They gave one to Chase Bratcher, yellow card. Not surprised that there was a yellow card given. Based on the moment. But still a free kick here for the Maple Leafs. Ball put into play, headed, rolling around, and it's going to be cleared out. Picked up there by the Maple Leafs, though. Schmucker with it. Gets it over to Castillo. Castillo puts it into the box. Gallo's there, headed away. Gallo's there to pick it up. Crossed, in, headed away by Taylor once again, now with Macias for the Maple Leafs. Macias loses his footing, taken away by Taylor. They got a real counterattack chance here as we're pushing into the 87th minute of play. Now back, and they're going to get a foul here. Foul will be called on the Trojans, so Fonseca will put it into play on the free kick. Maple Leafs with it. Work back to the far side. Crossed. Ball into play. Bontrager trying to get to it. And he's tripped up, no foul, and now they're calling a foul here on the Trojans. Two and a half remaining here, 2-1. Left in this one. Maple Leafs down by 1. But they got a free kick here. Gallo to take the free kick. Puts the ball into play. Bounced around, rolled back out, and the Trojans clear it out. Trojans clear it out for a throw-in. Get the throw-in quickly. Smucker puts it into the box. Header coming up. Bodschiever couldn't get it, and they're going to call someone offsides as 3 players check in for the Trojans.
Yes, going in for the Trojans. Number 3, Braden Murphy. Number 11, Paul McBride. And number 19, Gabe Boren.
With Bowron.
Hansen puts the ball into play. Under 2 minutes remaining here in this one. We're here in the 89th minute of play. Hansen puts the ball into play. High. Bodstever had a head on it. Now picked up by Taylor, trying to work down the far sideline. That ball's going to roll out, and they're going to say it's a Goshen throw-in. Minute and a half remaining in this one. Goshen down 2-1 to the Trojans.
Oh.
As that one's put into play, and it's going to bounce out and stay with the Trojans. Throw-in. Maple. Welcome back to Goshen College men's soccer as they fell to the Taylor Trojans 2-1 in this one. Tough defeat here as Bontrager put in a goal here in the 69th minute to tie it up at 1, and then they gave up the goal 10 minutes later. Partain put it in the back of the net off of McBride's foot on the assist, and that's the final score here, 2-1. 6-minute goal here from Owen Hardy for the Trojans. 69th minute goal for the Maple Leafs from Bontrager, and a 79th minute goal for Partain for the Trojans. That's your scoring summary. Tough game here for the Maple Leafs. I mean, right up until the end, honestly, their offense arguably played better, but the chances were capitalized by the Trojans better.
Definitely. I think that last part was very intense. They gave it their all, but it just did not turn out well for them.
I mean, if you look at the Maple Leafs, you can't say you didn't play hard. You can't say your offense didn't play well. They just fell 2-1, and that's a tough one. That's just a tough one here. Looking ahead on the schedule for the Maple Leafs, they play at St. Francis on Wednesday, and then the next time they'll be back at home is a week from Wednesday, so October 21st against Mount Vernon Nazarene University. That one's at 7 p.m. So they're gone for a week, so they won't be back home again for a week and a half. So 2 games on the road, and then they'll be back into play here. But yeah, any final thoughts?
I think it was a good game. They just need to keep their spirits up. I can see right now they look a little bit sad, so if they just keep their spirits up and just go for it next time.
That's all we got for you here tonight for Amelia Turnbull, for Gabe Kermode back in the studios, and for myself, Zachary Begley. We wish you a good luck and a good weekend here on, you're listening to Goshen College men's soccer on the Ghost live stream at 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics.